yeah.
How are the waves down there? You just got out of the water like 20 minutes ago.
Right now, I think it's not as good as it has been the whole event, but there's definitely still some to be caught for sure.
And unfortunately, you just skimmed against the man that's about to skim Max Bourne.
Yep.
And you fell to him. This is his first professional VIC. How's he skimming? I know it's probably not great to talk about, but he is your buddy. Honestly, he is your teammate.
No, I love Max, and I think it's the most well-deserved performance I've ever seen. He's been working so hard, especially at Aliso, and he's had some career moments this past couple of years down here, and it definitely shows. He's putting a lot of work down here, and it's awesome to see how far he's gotten in this event. He's been murdering it.
Yeah, he puts in the time.
Definitely.
Like, he'll call me in the morning at 10 and be like, I just got out of the water. I was in there at 6. It was firing. I'm like, I'm just getting to work, man. Like, I wish I could be down there. And then he'll call me at 4 and be like, oh, the tide flipped. It's getting better. It's getting better. You got to get down here.
It's so true.
Like, dude, you are just a machine.
And he puts in his time, and he works really hard out of the water, too, as a human being. And I think his dedication as a overall person is outstanding. And it's awesome to see that.
It's cool because obviously, Johnny is a member of Victoria Skimboards as a team rider, professional. And we brought on Max as an amateur when he was young, I think 13. And he was the Grom, just wouldn't stop talking, said the craziest things came out of his mouth. And now, he's matured into a young man, and he's an awesome dude. And like you said, he's well-deserved as coming in here. And he's straight off the bat, if we can get this graphic off, he's going deep.
Oh, my.
Pumping and making it.
Almost.
Tim Fulton. Getting the stink eye from our director and producer David Kushner. And there's Max. Max he had 2 boards out.
Yeah.
During the heat. Did you have 2 boards out during the heat?
I did, just in case. I brought my big board out there just in case I saw something out far that I could maybe slip out to. But conditions right now are tricky. There's a lot of bumps in the water, and it's really easy. I mean, my very beginning of that last heat, I face planted twice in the first minute of trying to get a wave, and it's just
because there's so much chop and little bump in the
water movement and timing and all that, and just even if you drop it too soon and even a second off, you could totally throw off your whole ride.
So there was Tim Fulton out in front getting a little rap. I don't know if he's going to consider that something to kind of write home about, put in his scorebook and seal it, but at least it's a wave. Get him off the ground. Get him on his board.
Definitely, yeah.
And there you see Tim Fulton versus Max Bourne Pro semifinals at the VIC, and Max is going to elect to go front side with a ton of speed. Glassy conditions, floating.
There we go.
And he's going to airdrop.
Nice.
Walk the viewers through kind of the strategy, because Max had a ton of face and time to actually do something, but it's so early in the heat.
Don't want to risk too much in the beginning.
Exactly.
As much as you do, especially at this point of the game, you're so far into it, you almost have to go big. But at the same time, if you blow a wave, it could completely ruin a score that may.
Okay.
That looks really good, Metro.
Especially in 2-man heats, there's a lot of dead time.
Yeah, this is awesome. That looks really good.
That's his brother in the white right there, all the way from Hawaii, enjoying the view. We have Tim Fulton down in front. See if we can get a view of where Max is. I think Max is hanging out on the south side. There's Max. And these guys are just playing it patient, probably still a little fatigued from the previous heat they just ran, and Tim's going to go backside, dealing with the trough and pulling onto the lip. Tim Fulton's good to a quick start. I think Max is going to have to up his wave count to... I see Matthew down in front getting a couple shots. There's G. O'Brien. And here's Max going to plane way out. Looks like he hit a little bump.
There.
And he's up.
Oh.
He's going to stick it.
All right.
Didn't get any tube time, but I think the distance traveled out and
still
the actual ride And the excitement of the crowd too. That
Definitely
can't be
helps
understated.
out, yeah.
Like when the crowd get excited, like judges' heads turn a little bit. They're like, oh, okay, that might deserve an extra point. You can see our beach cam. Whoa, drone. That drone is low. Watch out, guys. Thing'll get you. Look at that thing. I bet you Gio's flying.
Look at that shot Gio's getting with the drone, right in Max's face. Yeah, it's gotta be such an epic shot. I think he's gonna follow him out. How's that thing buzzing around your head back? little camera fairy.
Ability in critical situations.
Definitely, yeah.
So what size boards did you carry down there that you were riding?
Throughout the whole event, I pretty much rode the same board. It was a medium, poly shape, and
Carbon?
Carbon, poly, a little bit more of a rocker than I've been riding the past year or so. And it's nice for these conditions. It's so steep down here, and a lot of, especially with the higher tides throughout the whole event, it's a lot of really close to shore, almost right on the sand type of conditions. So it's nice to have a smaller board and a lot of rocker to kind of deal with that steep face and have the control.
Max lining up
go.
a front side,
Getting
pulling
in
into
there.
the tube.
Nice.
And I think the judges are going to like that one because it was a really good view of the lip actually,
Set up
going
in the perfect spot,
over
yeah.
him crouched, and it was super clean. And Tim negotiating the bump, he's going to get eaten up. So Max is going to make his way to the top. These man-on-man heats are fun to watch because you get a really good sense of, who's leading the heat, who's kind of behind, what the riders need to do. And you can see Max trying to regain composure, kind of take a breather as the crowd keeps lifting him up. And he's laughing, talking. He's having a good time. That's good to see in the semis because the semis, there's a lot of pressure.
Easy
You're
to
at
get
the
worked
bit.
out, yeah.
Looks good, Mitchell.
15 seconds remaining. We're passing that whole point here. Gosh, look at this.
As a professional coming to the VIC. And here he goes. He's going to line up one that's way out the back. And he's pumping. And he's going to run out of speed. And he's not happy with that one. Where's Tim Fulton? Tim Fulton way on the north side. Tim, I'm guessing, probably trying to get a couple front sides under his belt now. He has one or two back sides. How difficult is it in the middle of a heat to really keep that drone keeps reappearing, dude? How difficult is it to keep track of in the heat of the moment, especially in a semifinal at the VIC? Because you have to go right, you have to go left.
How about this?
Beach camp, Tim Fulton sliding front side.
There we go.
Oh, and he claims it a little bit. Sticks a hand out for the judges, said, "Hey, I'm about to get barreled. Check me out."
You see it done in surfing, you see it done in skimming sometimes, you just gotta hype it up. Wait till you're in the barrel to clip.
A Roman can down on the sand, and here's Max. And he's gonna get caught up. That wave just doubled up a little bit, not too clean. What would you call this heat at right now? If you had to make a call, who's ahead?
Pretty close. It's hard to say. I think Tim might have just put himself in a good position with that last front side, and it honestly all comes down to having a good bag of scores in both ways.
So I think front side they're pretty close. They had similar waves. I wish we had instant replay so we could really break it down, but
Definitely, yeah.
they both got really good front side barrels. And they both have a handful of backsides. There's a little bit of time left, probably around 3-4 minutes.
Coming up next, Austin
Good job, Andrew.
Glad Conklin.
Insane.
And there's Austin. And these guys are being patient, scanning the horizon. From the beach. And there's Tim Fulton gonna throw some tech in. 360 wrap to a barrel. That was a smaller wave, but throwing a 360 out to the wave is gonna help that difficulty level for sure. And it looks like Max is maybe a little tired there. That looked like just bogged down. Didn't have the control, didn't have the snap that he usually shows. But you have to give it to this guy. He's had a heck of a run, a heck of a VIC, and he's not out of it yet.
Definitely, yeah, no, it's true.
But look at how much speed Tim Fulton has on this one. I don't know, Johnny. I don't know. I wish I could say.
It's definitely going to be a close call.
And Max going up top. And that is going to wrap up the men's pro semi heat number 1. Max Bourne, a little disappointed. You can see him walking up with his head down. No need to put your head down like that, young man. You did a great job, and who knows? Who knows what the judges are going to do?